Hey all you, come watch me play, even though you're right there and I'm miles away. Hey Heather, I hope you had a great day. Now let's play, you're cool. Welcome back. Looks like the moon has gone behind some clouds. Time to get back to work. Let's see. Today, we're going to talk about Pokemon. Because Pokemon is a franchise of games. Whoa, it's raining over in this biome. The ocean one. But not here. And not here. Alright. Where was I? So, the first game I can remember playing, besides I don't even really remember playing board games before this. I mean, getting my first Pokemon game, such an early memory. Christmas, when I was 6 years old. I don't remember if I watched the show first or played the games, but definitely I loved having the Game Boy and Pokemon Red, catching all the guys. I mean, the goal of Pokemon, sure, to become a Pokemon master you have to catch them all, but growing up, that was really hard when you're 6 years old. Back then the game was just, you know, following the story and just leveling up whoever your favorite Pokemon was. And then when Pokemon Gold and Silver came out, that game just blew my mind. Definitely my first super amazing gaming experience. Just, I mean, the updated graphics, the new, seeing all these new Pokemon, like it was something familiar, but something new. It had a really cool, like, story and more worlds. And then when you, spoilers, you at the end of completing the new region of Johto, you go back to Pokemon Red and Blue's world of Kanto, and when you first figure out that that's what's going on, it was just crazy. Like, I blown away. You get to see, like, the world years later, and they have yet to really do that with a Pokemon game. Again, in Black 2 and White 2, the sequels to Black and White, you get to see that one, but it's kind of mostly the same game, even if there are some differences. Same with the remakes, like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. So I've done the outer ring. Now, time to go down the roads. yeah, Gold and Silver, definitely played that one a lot. And then Ruby and Sapphire, I saw the trailers and I don't know what happened between the ages of 8 and I guess 12, or 11, but suddenly I was like, oh, new Pokemon? Those look stupid. Why would I want those ones? Now they're running out of ideas. I guess I had learned cynicism by the age of 10. But, in 2005, when Spencer was in the Macy's Day Parade and we were visiting New York, we went into Toys R Us and I felt the need to relive a part of my childhood that at, the age of 13, I just felt like I was losing. So I went and I looked around the toys, but couldn't see anything, interesting or entertaining for a 13-year-old until I came to the video games and I saw Pokemon Sapphire and figured, I'll give Pokemon another chance. And sure enough, I hated Pokemon Sapphire at first, but then it just slowly grew on me. I had the opposite experience with Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, which I bought with my own money by selling some other things. Like, I didn't want to ask mom and dad for money for a Pokemon video game, so I think there were some old Game Boy games that I didn't play, so I went to sell them to GameStop and got like pennies in return. But it was enough, and eventually when mom and dad found out I had done that, they made me come back and we bought whichever games I had sold that they still had. They did not like that I did that. I think I got the idea from like a Tiny Toons cartoon where baby Bugs Bunny sold his rocket ship in order to buy a new volleyball net for all the tunes. That's a nice gesture. But anyway, Diamond and Pearl I was really excited about. It was the first one on the Nintendo DS, but then it kind of it didn't have very many Pokemon. The map was very confusing as you go about the story. It just sends you back and forth and all about criminal organization. Team Galactic was the stupidest one yet. So, didn't really care for Diamond and Pearl after the fact. But, then Black and White came out. Still very interested in Pokemon. I remember getting that game. My friend John, who was in a show with me at the time, picked it up. I think this is spring 2011 at this point. Oh yeah, I played Black and White, and I finished it while on a camping trip with Sheree and Alex Rose and Dylan Boas and Scarlet. Maybe I shouldn't be saying last names on this. And nobody watches it. And I remember that I finished Black. I had White version. No. Yes. Yes, I had White version. And I finished it the same day that I was accepted into MIT. But at that point, I was still holding out that I would get into one of the musical theater programs that I wanted to do. so, and I had never really been super attached to going to MIT. When I visited the campus for 15 minutes, I wasn't impressed. So when that day, I beat Pokemon White and I was accepted into MIT, and I remember thinking that, boy, I felt a lot more of an accomplishment. I felt a lot happier when I beat the Pokemon game. But turns out, that's where I would end up going to college. And then 6th generation, Pokemon X and Y came out 2013, I think fall of my junior year. Fall of junior year, because it was after sophomore spring. January, so sophomore spring, when I heard that a new Pokemon game was gonna come out in the fall for the 3DS, I was like, well, I guess I have to buy a 3DS now. So went out right away, got it, some Mario games, and then waited. Pokemon XY came out. Definitely really good. I think Black and White had the best story out of all of them, because they introduced like themes that they played around, and Unova felt more like a distinct region than a lot of the others had felt, because the others were all based off of Japan, but this new Unova was based off of sort of New York, Manhattan, a lot of American stuff, so it had a really different feel than the previous ones had. They introduced seasons, and Black and White just, even though it was the 2nd generation on the DS, it felt like a really new, it had a new art style. Oh, time to head back this way. No, they're all connected. Yeah, I just have to go to the hallway, not start a new hallway here. Aha. Yeah, there we go. And now they've announced 7th generation Pokemon Sun and Moon, and I am very much looking forward to it. Although, I think I'm going to avoid as many spoilers as I can. Because for generations 5 and 6, I looked up like every week whatever new stuff they had, and what new Pokemon they had released. And I think I want to try going into it blind for the first time in a while. It will be hard, but to avoid all this stuff. But hopefully it'll pay off and capture the magic of rediscovering that new Pokemon experience. I'm looking forward to it. Alright. Good night, Heather. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, or else I just might die.